Hello and welcome back to Blueberry Trader. Today I will go through the 12 stock that will have earning tomorrow. Okay, and I will start with United Health Group, UNH. So look like I looked at this about a week ago and predicted we'll have a bounce and then pull back and then bounce again. So let's take a look to see what's going on with this stock. I will keep 378 right now because that is where the stock will hit again if it want to break basically fill the gap right here and then break higher above the resistance. So right now look like the trend is something like this. Okay, maybe it's actually like this. Okay, all right, so we can see that it is at the bottom of the channel right now and looking to for a breakout. But it might be pulling back as well, and if it does, this might be the last time you will see is gonna be around 300 something, because if it pull back and then bounce again, it will break above 378 level. So 378 will be my upper range. So if it bounce, we might see 378 or as high as, let me look back. Okay, so as high as 388. Okay, so 388 at about let me see, short term and long term. Long term is overbought. Short term is coming back to neutral. So I say we have about 40% of a bounce and 60% of a pullback. Most likely is gonna pull back for 345 at 60%. Okay. Next we have novartis. So you can see is actually hit my target 112 after a couple weeks after earning, and then it's bounce and then pull back a little bit and bounce more. Okay, so now if I look at this and check the short term, so what I have is something like this. Oh, look at that. It's right at the support. Short term is pulling back to neutral. Long term is still overbought. So it might have more chance of pullback to probably 122. And I give it about 55%. The reason why it's not 60 to 65% is because it's right at the support. So it's getting a little bit 5% of a bounce. If it does look like it might be going to higher and hit the top of the channel at 135, 136. All right, so that is what I have for novartis. Okay, I don't see anything else. So 55% of a bounce, 45% a pullback. HSBC. I haven't looked at this stock. So let's see what it is right now. If we're looking at the short-term trend, it is up pretty nicely, and it's right at the support. Short-term is oversold, long-term is neutral, so there'll be more chance of a bounce back to test 72. So I give it about 60% of a bounce. 40% of a pullback to 61. All right. Let me see if anything else. We got this at 61, so 62. So we might be around 61 to 62 range for this pullback, but still a little bit, 60% of a bounce for HSBC. Next era energy, NEE. Okay, so look like we are right at the resistance. Short term is a little bit overbought. Long term is very overbought. So if we look at this at the cup, we will have a pullback. So 79 is my target, and at 60%, 40%, it might come up and test 91. All right. All right, so these are the level for NEE, and maybe from here it will bounce again to create a handle of the cup. All right, next we have Royal Caribbean. Short term overbought, long term is actually oversold. So look at this. I see we got a bear flag right here, which will take it down probably to 279. Bounce back to 365. All right, so I would say down side we will give it about 60%. Upside about 40%. Let me see if I see anything else. Okay, so that looks good. Sherwin-Williams. Okay, so look like we are still oversold for this stock. So I will give it a 60% of a bounce to about 350. And for a pullback to 319 to 320, I will give it about 40%. So this is the channel right now for the stock. So yeah, look like we have a bounce to break out of the trend. All right, next is Ecolab. So when we look at the short term, it looks like we are at the top of the channel. Short term and long term a little bit overbought, so I expect it to come down to the bottom of the channel at 270. Out of a 60%, 40%, we might break higher and probably hit probably 300. When it come the number coming really hot, we may have 300 with only 40%, 35 to 40%. So actually it might even come down a little bit more on the downside. I would say 264, 265. All right, next we have UPS. Last earning, I say, is my break below this support here and hit 95. So the day after it's actually hit 91 and continue lower to the 80s, and now it's at 89. All right, so let's take a look at the current trend and see. All right, so look like we have something like this. Let me zoom in a little bit. For the support, we have something like this. Okay, so, or it could be something like this. Okay, so look like it at the top of the range now, over bought short term but oversold long term. So because of that, I would say 55% pullback and 45% of it bouncing up to probably 95. So 45%. 55% pullback to 83. All right, so let me see, is anything else that I can see? If I draw from here to here. All right, so we might have, so if it breaks above, let's say hit 92 and above, we might have a breakout for mid-term. So if it does, the next level will be at 101. Okay, so we will see how it is. If it breaks out, there's a chance of it going much higher, up to 101. So we will see how it goes. Okay, next we have PayPal. Look like the inverse head and shoulder didn't work out, and after it dropped below 75, it kind of went up sideways. And let me look at the long term. So if we look, it's been going sideways for a while now. All right, short term, okay, that is support. And this is the resistance of the channel. Short term is oversold, long term oversold. So most likely about 60% it will bounce and test 77 again. 40% it will come down and test 64. I mean, most likely it might test 65, but I think it might come down to 64 because of this level. So we will see tomorrow after hours and the next day to see how it goes. But for a while it's been going sideways, and look like it's building a base for another breakout. This breakout failed, came back to the channel, so maybe it will try another one with this earning. We will see. All right, the next one is Visa. So Visa has been trend sideways as well. So for the short term, let me see. Okay. All right, so it's middle of channel. Short term is and long term are both neutral. So this will be a 50-50. 50% are going to come down to 333. And 50% will bounce to 366. Okay. I don't see anything special. Only thing is that is currently at its all-time high. So maybe, oops, sorry. Maybe this will be the time for it to come down and test 304. So I will put 304 as well as the next target, but 333 is what I'm seeing right now. But you never know, it might correct pretty quickly to the downside. All right, next we have booking. So look like we actually trend down. From the last earning. Short term, we have so the trend already changed to the downside. So you can see here was trending up, and now for the past almost 2 months, it's trending down. Short term and long term oversold. So I expect a bounce of 60% to 5443 or 44. At about 60%, 4% of pullback to test this low at 4938. 4938, about 40%. So it really depends on the outlook for this stock. The last one will be Seagate. 230 right now is being moved up about 50-60% and then pull back. So short term is a little bit oversold. Long term is overbought. So for the very short term, we have something like this. Okay. So look like we might have a pullback at about 55%. If the number coming really good, just like AMD and SanDisk, we might have a bounce at about 45%. All right. Okay, so I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.